Hi, Nancy here, and I'm going to show you another way to knit in the round that isn't on double points, and this is called the magic loop method. In order to do this, you need one circular needle, but it needs to be, I feel, a minimum of 40 inches in length. Some people do it with 32, but that's kind of short for me. Your cable, a good needle, definitely, because then you have a better quality cable, and you'll see why. Again, I do my magic loop the same way I do all my other circular knitting projects. I add an extra stitch because I like to join my work that way. This is what we're going to do. I've cast on all my stitches. I've cast on 25, one being the extra stitch. We're going to lose that stitch when we join in the round. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. Okay, I'm going to take the 13 on one side, the 12 on the other, and it's almost like I'm going to fold this in half, okay? And I'm going to, this is a brand new needle, which was probably not smart because it really does not want to bend. So we're going to slide this. It looks a little intimidating at first, I know it does. Okay, I'm going to twist this around so that I'm not twisted. Twisting's bad, always bad. You don't want to twist your stitches. Okay, now cables here to your left. Your stitches, we have the inside of our work facing us. We have the stitches kissing one another, as it said. That's not my term. What I'm going to do is take my finger, or you can take a crochet hook. If these were smaller stitches, that's exactly what I would do. I'm going to take that extra stitch and I'm going to put it on the top needle. Then I'm going to take the stitch with the working yarn coming from it and I'm going to pass it over that stitch. Now I'm going to tighten them as if they were one, okay? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this back needle and I'm going to pull it out. And I'm actually going to knit with that needle, okay? It's worth your while to soften this cable somewhat before you do this because I'm very boingy, if you will. Oh, am I boingy? Okay, so we're going to knit across these stitches that are on the first needle, okay? Okay. Alright, so now I'm going to take and slide it back this direction. There's a lot of sliding that takes place here, but it's okay. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all. Okay. Now I'm going to pull my little cable back just as it was to get everything in position. Okay, so now we're back where we should be, in position. Everybody's looking good and as they should be. Now again, as before, do you see why you need at least 40 inches here? You just don't have enough. I probably would do it with a 47 inch. You just don't have enough cable to work with. So we've done half of our round. Now we're going to do the other half. I'm going to pull the needle from the back. I'm going to grab my working yarn and I'm going to knit the other half. Just as with double points or knitting on two circs, once you get a few rows on this, you've got some weight working with you and it works out a lot easier that way. Now, here we go, and now we're going to slide the needles back to where they belong. Here we go. And there's so many different ways I'm going to do one more round for you because I know this is a little confusing. Okay, I'm going to bring him from the back. Okay, I'm going to take the working yarn. We're going to knit another round. Okay. There's so many different ways of doing circular knitting. You have to find the way that works best for you. It really, that's what it comes down to. Whatever way works best for you. Try them all. See which one you like best. I seem to be more of a fan of 2 circulars. Just probably because I've been doing it that way the longest. Okay, I'm done. Okay, so now we're going to, you see this big old cable here. So I'm going to slide up the other side. It looks kind of like a mess here. And part of it is this yarn is so big and these are big needles. But I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. Okay, so now, here we go. And I'm going to finish this other half. Okay, so front needle is going to be knit. Working yarn is coming off the back, so I'm going to bring it around. And off we go again with my pointy blue cable. Actually, if you put the cable part in hot water, it softens it up and it's a lot more pliable than this is. This came literally right out of the package. So, okay, so now we're almost to the end and we've almost finished now our second round. Get it all in position so you can see what I'm talking about here. Okay, so now, as you can see, working yarn from the back, tails here, another round's been completed. Here's our big long cable, and we've done 2 complete rounds. So again, if we're going to start again, we're going to pull the back needle to use that to knit these stitches. And that's how the magic loop method is done.